With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Seattle Seahawks. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. This guy's off to an impressive 6-1 start to the new year. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, nice move. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got a sight set on another big game right here.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's McCarthy. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Logan. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They're just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. McCarthy going to sneak it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a look at the man under center. Now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great. Not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Shaw. That one complete to McConkey. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there they want to get him the ball in space and see what he...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Well, the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Vikings offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. A dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. To the air with McCarthy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
17 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now McCarthy. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Seahawks.
Over the middle, that's to Loveland, the tight end. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up
McCarthy going to sneak it. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. J.J. McCarthy keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop the throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
2nd and 17 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw. Shaw. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw. Shaw. Smith and Jigba with the ground. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Vikings to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
They spent the week at practice.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Throwing is McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Shaw. And this one finds McCarthy. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Pass incomplete. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Off the RPO, he completes it. They work now on 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
They'll look to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
2nd and 9. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Looking to throw McCarthy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Vikings 1st down. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Minnesota.
McCarthy off the play fake. And a quick throw here, that's complete. From the 41, here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing again, McCarthy. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
An 8-yard pickup.
A run out of the gun with Jensen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give out of the gun to Genty. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and goal, Minnesota.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Seahawks 3.
That time a 9-play drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of this season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. Here's Walker to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just give up the score.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Shaw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
McCarthy going to sneak it. And he will have a Vikings first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 32.
McCarthy operating from the gun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And the Vikings first down.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Up the middle, it's Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. That's Logan.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, it's Genty.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Vikings at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. And it is caught.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Colston Loveland, 31 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Shaw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, McCarthy will drop this underneath for Genty.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Pickup. First down, Minnesota.
Here's McCarthy.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
A gain of 15. First down, Vikings.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Logan.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Out of bounds at the 17-yard line. A gain of 9.
To the air with McCarthy.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half.
Seahawks 3.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Here is 3rd and 5.
The final shot before break. Shaw. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. We are into week 8, and we're starting to get a sense as to who are the haves and who are the have-nots. Let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In the Big Easy, the Saints at home to take on an NFC South foe, the Atlanta Falcons. And this is the Saints quarterback. He's going to take this one himself. He also had 2 touchdown passes in the game. The Saints got the win in this one by 9. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans as they play host to the LA Rams. And this is the Titans wideout. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Titans get back to 500. They move to 4-4 with this victory. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns hosting the Denver Broncos. And this is the Browns running back. He's got the ball. He's got a head of steam. He has a touchdown, 33 yards to the house. The Browns win it by a touchdown, 24-17 the final. And with that, a look here at the rest of the action in Week 8 around the NFL. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Throw out wide to Walker. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Shaw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And it's caught. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Walker. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Walker once more. And he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And that is incomplete. The pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit Pater, but they're going to throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there, laying himself out in the end zone. And the Seahawks take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Right down the middle. And the lead is down to 28-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. Oh, good move. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now 2nd and 9. Now McCarthy. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Seahawks 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And out now come the Seahawks.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember your last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. This certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
Looking to throw. Shaw. And Walker has it. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
22 yards. That's good for a Seahawks.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That one complete to McConkey.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Shaw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
Over the middle and caught by McConkey.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. A gain of 14.
Once again, it's Genty.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
On the draw, here's Genty.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Shaw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets by him, and now a little daylight.
Still on his feet.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after try forthcoming. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score, Vikings.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
17.
And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37th. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
59 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And he's got his man on the out route. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Over the middle, that's to Loveland, the tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Colston Loveland, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after here coming up. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They go play action here on 1st down. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this one finds McConkey. And he is going to be out of bounds a couple of yards short of the marker. And they will fail to convert here on 4th down. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. McCarthy off the play fake. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. He'll go down as a gain of 6.
It's 4th down.
And that's going to make it 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Running right, here's Walker. There's a nice move. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
22 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Shaw. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Shaw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Lamb McConkey, 29 yards. And the Seahawks are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball on the 27. Here's a second down and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On the give, Genty to about the 48-yard line.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Still going inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Seahawks, 24.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Looking to throw. Shaw. And complete to Smith and Jigba.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and 1.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Now he's free to midfield. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Genty. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Minnesota, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.